submitted the required number of supporters, at least 100 from 2/3 of the districts in Uganda, the minimum of those being coming to 98 districts, and the minimum number of those supporters being 9,800. And the commission also checked to confirm that the aspirant has paid the non-refundable fee of 20 million Uganda shillings. And checking as well to see that in the checklist there has been an appointment of the official agent. So that is what is happening for the interest of those seated here, our guests, and those that are following this exercise from wherever you are in the country and beyond. So there is a team here, as you can see, the team of the staff of the commission that are checking all those particulars as has been outlined. The big black books you see on the tables there contain all the electoral laws, all the laws that govern elections in our country are contained in those huge books you see on the table of the commission. They are like the Bible or the Quran for elections in this country.
We have checked and verified the aspirants' papers as presented, and we find them in order. That he has fulfilled all the requirements as stipulated in the Presidential Elections Act. Therefore, I, Justice Byabakama Mugenyi Simon, being the returning officer for the nomination of presidential candidates, declare Museveni Yoweri Tuhaburwa Kaguta a duly nominated candidate in respect of the presidential elections 2026, he having fulfilled the nomination requirements under the Presidential Elections Act, Chapter 179.
We're talking about the peel of one lemon, a little bit of cinnamon, a pot of boiling water, and some ginger. Boil it, then let it simmer. You're going to heat it up and drink it. I do it daily, and it's working. And I learned this from Meredith Shirk, the true metabolism.
The issue of prioritization.
Ensonga y'okusoosowaza.
Because, for instance, people put pressure and money is diverted to creating new districts, new cities, and so on.
Lwa nsonga nti abantu bateekawo embeera ne tujja ssente ku bintu ebirala ne tuziteeka mu district ezitondebwawo.
So, instead of first ensuring that the basics are done first, the roads are done first before you do any other thing.
N'olwekyo tulina okulaba nti tusooka ne tukola enguudo nga tetunnakola birala byonna.
Now, this pressure, you put money to create new districts, then the roads are deteriorate. What planning is that?
N'olwekyo embeera eno gye tuteekawo ne twagala okutondawo districts ng'ate sente zandikoze ebirala olwo tuba tuteekateeka tutya.
So therefore, let us also agree that certain things must be done first before other things come in.
N'olwekiziganya nti waliwo bye tusooka okukola ng'ebirala tebinnabakolwako.
Pressure for salaries for some of the public servants.
Okugeza okuteekawo embeera okwongeza emisaala eri abakozi.
So let's first ensure that tarmac roads are all maintained well. The new ones are also done, and the Manam roads are also maintained well.
Tusooke tulabe nti enguudo zakola zikolebwa bulungi n'ezitandikibwawo nga nazo zikolebwako n'emirimu emirala.
Because the roads affect everybody.
Kubanga enguudo ffenna zitugasa.
Whether you are working for the government or doing your own work, private work.
Kobenga okukola mirimu gya gavumenti oba nga weekolera mirimu gyo.
So it's not fair to remove money from the majority interest to the minority interest.
N'olwekyo si kya bwenkanya okujja ssente ku kintu ekiyamba abantu abasinga obungi nga kiyamba ekitundu ekitono ddala.
Those are some of the pressures that making mistakes come in.
Ebyo bye bimu ku pressure gye tuteekawo ekireeta embeera eyo.
The other issue is the issue of the water.
Ensonga endala ye y'amazzi.
Water for clean water in the villages.
Amazzi amayonjo mu byalo byaffe.
To ensure that there is a safe water source or sources per village.
Okulaba nti waliwo amazzi amayonjo mu byalo byaffe.
Now finally, the issue of fighting corruption.
Ekisembayo y'ensonga y'okulwanyisa obukenuzi.
Fighting corruption should be partly done by you, the people.
Ensonga y'okulwanyisa obukenuzi mmwe mulina okutandikirako. Ekitundu ekimu kirina kukolebwa mmwe.
Because you are near the scene of crime.
Kubanga muli kumpi n'awakolerwa obumenyi bw'amateeka obwo.
The money is sent to the parish.
Sente zino ziweerezebwa mu miruka.
Like the one man of PDM.
Okugeza ngeza PDM.
And it is announced.
Ate nga zirangiddwa.
So you should ask, where is this money?
N'olwekyo mulina okubuuza nti sente zino ziruwa.
Yes, you can wait for the president to come and intervene. But also, because you are the one who is near, why don't you help in tracing this money?
Kubanga tusobola okulinda president okubaako kyakolawo, naye gwe ali okumpi gw'olina okusookerwako okutandikirawo okubuuza sente zino we ziri.
Now the other issue we are going to work on is irrigation.
Ekirala kye tugenda okukolako kwe kufukirira ennimiro.
Because you can see that the weather sometimes is a bit unreliable.
Nga bwe mulaba embeera y'obudde oluusi tetugyesiga nnyo.
I was in Bunyoro recently. They have got more rain there than here now.
Okugeza president yabadde e Bunyoro naye ng'enkuba teriiyo nga bw'eri eno.
There is more rain there in Bunyoro.
Balina enkuba nnyingi e Bunyoro okusinga eri wano.
So it's a bit risky to go on without irrigation.
N'olwekyo kiba kizibu nnyo okusinziira ku mbeera y'obudde nga tetufukiridde ennimiro zaffe.
Before I conclude the issues of the masses in this Kisanja, I want to ask Mama to talk a bit about the question which was raised this morning about the school fees and salaries and so on.
Nga tannaba kumaliriza ku nsonga ezitukwatako ffenna.
Look at this cinnamon. It makes me feel like garbage. It makes me look like garbage. Remember,
it's a lot of work, a lot of paperwork. I congratulate them. I congratulate the Electoral Commission. I want to thank the NRM members for again showing trust in me and electing me as the NRM chairperson for the period 1925-1931, and also for the flag bearer for the period 1926-1931. As we have discussed in our inner organs, but before I talk about the future, I hope nobody will accuse the Electoral Commission for campaigning for me. When they selected this site here, what I challenged the NRM media team to do is to go and get a satellite picture of 1986, if they can, of this area. Sometimes those pictures are there. Get a satellite picture of this area, this area, which they call Lubowa, Weza, they mix them up. This whole area, up to Wewaja. If they could get the satellite pictures of 1986 of these areas and now, then you would not have to campaign much, you just show. You Gen Z people, these are Gen Z, Gen Z, Gen Z. The Gen Z is my comrades, my supporters. You should see that picture of 1986 here. This was a coffee shamba here. That's why they call it Lubowa Estate. It was a coffee shamba owned by a British company called Mitchell Courts. Now when you come here, it's amazing. If you, all the way you can see. A satellite picture of 1986 and now would speak many words rather than just talking. And the whole of, if you want to show the whole of Kampala, 1986 from the satellite and now, just the picture. So where we are moving to now is to again convince the people of Uganda of what has been achieved in the past and what we are planning to do now. At Kololo, I will say more in the afternoon, but really we have got two major thrusts. Thrust number one is to work with the middle class and the investors from outside to completely transform Uganda from a lower middle income country, which we are now, We are no longer a least developed country. We are now a low and middle income country. To high middle income country moving towards first world country. I think the idea is that in this Sanja, which you are now concluding, if you check the figures, the GDP of Uganda has doubled, apparently. I had not bothered to check that, but they pointed it out. That at the end of the last Sanja, we were like 34 billion. We are now 66 billion. It's really, I don't know why NRM doesn't talk more about some of these things, because they are really remarkable. To double the size of GDP in one term is not a mean achievement. And this is what we intend to do in this coming term. And things are now much faster because we have everything that we didn't have in the past. We have electricity. We have the roads, although we need to repair some of the others. We have the telephones. We have the manpower, the educated people. We have the peace. That's why we are being flooded with more investments. Because people in the world are looking for a peaceful area, a peaceful and profitable area where to invest. That's why there's one of our Asian people, the one who was heading the Uganda Indian Association, I've forgotten his name, but he always tells me about Uganda being a land of the 3 Ps. Peaceful, profitable, and something else, 3 Ps. Peaceful, profitable, and some other third one. It has got everything. They are coming because there is peace. But on the other side, we, the NRM people, need to ensure that all our population layers get involved. This is where we have some challenges. And this is where we need to address what I always call the mass issues, the issues of the masses. Number one, everybody to be involved in the money economy with the Kibaro. That's number one. Number two, education. Free education for our children of the poor in government schools. For all children in the government schools. The rich ones can take their children to private schools. Number three, the roads. Making sure that the tarmac roads are repaired on time so that we don't have to lose time and then get potholes and then come late and do so more expensively. But also, the Maram roads are maintained. And the money is always sent. The next one, health, the health. The immunization is doing very well, but the curative side sometimes has problems. Ensure that the drugs are there, are not stolen. The issue of water, safe water for all the villages, that must be concluded. Then crime. There is peace in the country. There's no war. The army cannot allow that. But there is a bit of crime. and impunity. Criminals who are not handled because of some corruption among the people involved.
We all know that words
Okay. You can withhold those celebrations until later. Now we require the candidate or his appointed agent to come and sign this declaration. As a duly nominated candidate, Museveni Yoweri Kaguta, you will be required to A, appoint an official agent who will coordinate your campaign meetings and media program, and also attend meetings on your behalf where necessary. Secondly, you will avail the commission with a schedule of your campaign meetings and media program as soon as practicable to facilitate the smooth harmonization of all the candidates' campaign programs countrywide. And thirdly, you will sign a memorandum of understanding with the Electoral Commission on compliance with the harmonized campaign program timelines and guidelines. The law requires that upon nomination, the Electoral Commission shall avail the National Voters Register in a soft copy to the candidate. I hereby hand over the National Voters Register in soft copy form to your agent. After the business here, there are other two functions. One, we shall hand over to you your security vehicle. Secondly, you also address the press or the media in a designated area where you'll be ready to, if you want. I think that is all for now. Thank you. Can we now go and hand over the security vehicle to the candidate? Congratulations upon your nomination.
Members of the press, please get to the places where the place for the interview. Somebody is there to the protocol team, the commission leading the candidate now to his security detail, his security vehicle.
Our dear guests who are with us this morning, we've just witnessed the declaration of the first nominated candidate, who is sponsored by the National Resistance Movement Party. The nomination exercise continues. We're waiting to receive the second aspirant, who will be taken through a similar procedure. So we want to thank you for coming in and for giving us this time. Our nominations go on up to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. As we await to receive the commission back, we want you to feel at home, feel at the Electoral Commission. Thank you very much. DJ, you can give us appropriate interval music as we cross over into the next activity. Thank you very much.
Well, at this very point, the duly nominated candidate that is of the National Resistance Movement, YOWERI MUSEVENI, has been duly nominated and certified by the Electoral Commission. And yes, the process that is going on right now, he's going to be handed over his security detail that is going to be actually accompanying him during the campaign trail. That is what we are witnessing right now, and thereafter he will be actually addressing the media in a very, very shortest time possible. But also, it is true that actually he has followed all the guidelines as they were stipulated by the Electoral Commission. He has come with only 20 people in one yellow bus that actually accompanied him as he was being, of course, received by the Speaker of Parliament, that is Right Honourable Anita Amonga, together with the Deputy Speaker, Right Honourable Thomas Taiwa, and also other dignitaries that are actually in place. So what is going on right now, he is actually ensuring that he gets that car that he's going to use for the security detail in that matter. But of course, not forgetting that he is still the head of state, so he has his own special forces command that is actually always usually in charge of his security. But of course, as per the constitution, the Electoral Commission as well has to ensure that they fulfill the mandate of giving every duly nominated candidate a lead car actually, and that of the escort that will be actually accompanying him during all his campaign trail. So as for now, anytime from now, he will be addressing the media. We are actually waiting for him, and of course I will be coming back to the studios as we get ready to hear what he has for us, that is as the nation at large. So it is very important to ensure that we get to hear exactly what he will be actually talking about, and in particular I do understand he will be talking about the NRM manifesto. What is there that is going to fulfill, and what is that he promised? But of course he will be standing with. But of course, like I said, we do have a number of people who are actually accompanying him. We do have the Prime Minister, that is Right Honourable Robina Nabanja. I am seeing the once Prime Minister as well, Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda. I'm seeing almost all the SEC members are actually all available to ensure that the
Talking about the peel of one lemon, a little bit of cinnamon, a pot of boiling water, and some ginger. Boil it, then let it simmer. You're going to heat it up and drink it. I do it daily, and it's working. And I learned this from Meredith Shirk, the true...
You have shown the strength of the NRM. Tebakuulidde muzindaalo guvuddewo.
Okujja kwammwe
Omuzindalo Okay, do it again.
Okujja kwammwe mu bungi bwe mutyo okuva ebulwe n'ebweya kiraze amaanyi aga NRM.
Now, and I want to thank the religious leaders for the wonderful prayers they gave here.
Kwebaza bannaddiini olw'essaala ez'ennungi ennyo ze batusabidde wano.
Now, as we move forward,
kati nga tugenda maaso,
I want you to understand the following.
Ayagala mutegeere ensonga zino wammanga.
First of all, the meaning of production and distribution.
Ekisookera ddala okutegeera okukola emirimu gye tukola, bye tukola, ate n'okulaba nti tubituusa we birina okugenda.
Okutegeera emirimu gye tukola n'ebivaamu, ate n'engeri gye tubigabamu oba gye tugabula. Okukola n'okugabula, production and distribution. Put it in better Uganda.
Ebintu bye tukola ate n'engeri gye tubisaasaanyaamu, gye tubituusa ku babyetaaga.
Now, with the production,
kwebyo bye tukola,
I want to thank all the wealth creators in the sector of money.
Ayagala okwebaza abo bonna abatonda obugagga, abaleeta obugagga mu by'ensimbi.
If you go to agriculture, I like always to give you some examples. Let us see Joseph Njala of Serere.
Bw'ogenda ku by'obulimu, ayagala okutuwa betulabirako nga Ijara okuva Eserere.
BGPevents, likinga, subscribinga, obogoberere, ero yanirize n'omulala. Byonna bya You are watching BGPtv, the Father's Heart.
Tegulina buyini kw'omukisa gwa Mukama kwampadde nkimanyi.
Obadde okimanyi nti osobola okufuna event planner and manager okuteekerateekera omukolo gwo gwonna, kati osobola okumufuna nga mulokole obutafuna stress yonna. BGPevents be bantu abatuufu. Oyagala cakes, ebifaananyi ebirungi ne video, motoka z'abagole mu bika eby'enjawulo, jangu tukuyambe. Tukola decoration ali ku mulembe, tulina bridal gowns ne changing wear, obutebe, tents, abafumbi abalungi, saako PA system, ekyuma ekisunsula obulungi. Ate nga tukulira ne budget y'omukolo gwo ejja mu nsawo yo. Saakuba ushers baffe abali smart, abataswaza mukolo gwo, n'abogezi b'emikolo abalungi bakatumwa, ate nga tusobola n'okufunira reception y'omukolo gwo. Kati oyagala suuti, makanzu agatwalibwa ku buko oba gomesi, tubikufunira ku bisale ebirungi. BGPevents bwetegeka omukolo, tukuletera n'abayimbi abasanyusa abagenyi bo, saako kukola selection y'ennyimba ezigendera ku mukolo gwo. Essimu 07758683 oba tusange Facebook page yaffe oba Twitter, YouTube ne Instagram. Blessed Charles, Blessed Gospel Promotions, BGPevents. Twewayo for excellence, flexibility, time, integrity and hard working. BGPevents, likinga, subscribinga, obogoberere, ero yanirize n'omulala. Byonna bya You are watching BGPtv, the Father's Heart.
Tegulina buyini kw'omukisa gwa Mukama kwampadde nkimanyi.
Obadde okimanyi nti osobola ofuna event planner and manager okuteekerateekera omukolo gwo gwonna kati osobola okumufuna nga mulokole obutafuna stress yonna. BGPevents be bantu abatuufu oyagala kekisi ebifaananyi ebirungi ne vidiyo mmotoka z'abagole mu bika eby'enjawulo. Jangu tukuyambe tukola decoration ali ku mulembe. Tulina bridal gowns ne changing wear, obutebe, tentsi, abafumbi abalungi saako PA system, ekyuma ekisunsula obulungi. Ate nga tukulira ne budget y'omukolo gwo ejja mu nsawo yo. Saakuba ushers baffe abali smart abataswaza mukolo gwo n'abogezi b'emikolo abalungi bakatumwa ate nga tusobola n'okufunira reception y'omukolo gwo. Kati oyagala suuti, makanzu agatwalibwa ku buko oba gomesi, tubikufunira ku bisale ebirungi. BGPevents bwetegeka omukolo tukuletera n'abayimbi abasanyusa abagenyi bo saako kola selection y'ennyimba ezigendera ku mukolo gwo. Essimu 07758683 oba tusange Facebook page yaffe oba Twitter, YouTube ne Instagram.